Have you ever felt that unsettling sensation, a whisper of doubt about someone you've trusted, making you question the very foundation of your relationships? Today, we're not just skimming the surface, we're delving deep into the core of what makes or breaks trust and respect in our interactions. We'll uncover the 9 critical red flags that signal trouble in paradise, guiding you through the murky waters of personal and professional relationships. And stay with us till the end, because we're not stopping at identifying these red flags. We'll arm you with practical advice on how to navigate these challenges. Let's embark on this enlightening path together, and make sure you watch till the end for those essential navigational tools. Behavior 1. Consistent dishonesty. A foundation. Crumbled dishonesty, when it becomes a pattern, erodes the very foundation of trust. It's not just about the occasional white lie. It's about a consistent behavior of not telling the truth. When someone habitually hides the truth, manipulates facts, or outright lies, it becomes impossible to trust their words or actions. This behavior is a clear signal that the individual does not value honesty within the relationship, making it challenging to build or maintain any form of meaningful connection. Behavior 2. Lack of accountability. Dodging responsibility. An individual who refuses to take responsibility for their actions is showing a lack of accountability. This behavior is detrimental to trust and respect because it shifts blame onto others and avoids personal growth. When someone consistently dodges responsibility, it not only hampers their own ability to learn from mistakes, but also places undue strain on the relationship. Trust is built on the understanding that both parties will own their actions and work towards improvement. A lack of accountability undermines this trust and respect, making it difficult to rely on the person. Behavior 3. Manipulative tactics. Control through deception. Manipulation is a subtle, often insidious behavior that seeks to control or influence others for personal gain. When someone uses emotional blackmail, guilt-tripping, or deceit to sway your decisions, it's a clear indication of manipulative tactics. This behavior not only shows a lack of respect for your autonomy, but also erodes trust. Recognizing manipulation requires paying attention to patterns of behavior, where the individual seems to always have an ulterior motive, often at your expense. Trusting someone who engages in manipulation can lead to a cycle of mistrust and emotional drain. Behavior 4. Disrespectful communication. Undermining with words communication is the lifeline of any relationship, and how one communicates can either strengthen or weaken the bonds of trust and respect. Disrespectful communication, which can include yelling, name-calling, or belittling comments, directly attacks the essence of respect. It not only hurts the recipient, but also demonstrates a lack of self-control and regard for the other person's feelings. Engaging in or tolerating such behavior can significantly harm the relationship's dynamic, making it hard to maintain any level of respect or trust. Behavior 5. Violating boundaries. A sign of disregard. Boundaries are essential for any healthy relationship, marking the limits of comfortable interaction. When someone consistently violates your boundaries, it shows a blatant disregard for your feelings and well-being. This behavior can range from ignoring your requests for space to overstepping personal limits. It's a red flag indicating a lack of respect for your autonomy and a potential for further harm. Trusting someone who doesn't respect your boundaries is challenging because it often leads to feelings of being unsafe or disrespected in the relationship. Behavior 6. Unreliability. Trust's eroding agent. Reliability is a key aspect of trustworthiness. When someone is consistently unreliable, whether in keeping promises, meeting deadlines, or being present when needed, it erodes trust. This behavior signals that the person may not value the relationship or the commitments within it. Over time, unreliability can lead to a breakdown in trust, as you can no longer depend on the individual to follow through. Recognizing and addressing unreliability early can help prevent the loss of trust and respect in a relationship. Behavior 7. Lack of empathy. The disconnect. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. A lack of empathy indicates a deep disconnect from the emotional experiences of others. This behavior can manifest as indifference to your feelings, dismissiveness of your experiences, or an inability to offer support when needed. It's a significant red flag because it shows a fundamental lack of concern for your well-being, making it difficult to establish a meaningful, respectful connection. Trust is built on mutual understanding and care, which are impossible without empathy. Behavior 8, exploiting generosity. Taking without giving. Generosity is a virtue that can enhance relationships. But when someone habitually exploits your kindness without reciprocation, it's a clear sign of disrespect. This behavior shows a willingness to take advantage of your goodwill for their own benefit, without consideration for your needs or feelings. Trust in a relationship requires a balance of give and take. Exploitation of generosity upsets this balance, leading to resentment and a breakdown of trust. Behavior 9, breaching trust, the ultimate red flag. At the heart of every relationship lies trust. A breach of trust, whether through betrayal, sharing confidential information without consent, or any action that goes against the agreed-upon norms of the relationship, is perhaps the most significant red flag. Such actions demonstrate a clear disregard for the relationship's integrity and the feelings of those involved. Rebuilding trust after such a breach is challenging and often requires a fundamental reassessment of the relationship. How to tackle these 9 red flags? To tackle the 9 red flags in relationships effectively, it's important to approach each situation with a specific strategy that promotes respect, understanding, and clear communication. Here's how to address each behavior. For consistent dishonesty, encourage open and honest communication by sharing how transparency strengthens trust. Create a safe space for truth-telling without judgment. With lack of accountability, highlight the importance of owning up to actions and their impact on others. Encourage a culture of learning from mistakes rather than fearing them. In the case of manipulative tactics, set clear boundaries and communicate your expectations for honesty and directness in interactions. Be firm about not tolerating manipulation. For disrespectful communication, address the behavior directly and calmly, expressing how respectful communication is vital for a healthy relationship. Model the behavior you expect in return. When someone is violating boundaries, reassert your boundaries clearly and decisively. Explain the importance of mutual respect for personal limits, and consider distancing yourself if violations persist. To deal with unreliability, discuss the importance of dependability and how reliability is key to building trust. Set clear expectations and consequences for failing to meet commitments. Facing a lack of empathy, try to foster empathy by sharing your feelings and encouraging the other person to express theirs. Highlight the importance of understanding and supporting each other. If someone is exploiting generosity, communicate the need for a balanced relationship where both giving and receiving are valued. Be clear about your expectations and willing to say no when necessary. In case of breaching trust, assess the severity of the breach and your willingness to rebuild the relationship. Open a dialogue about the breach's impact and discuss steps towards rebuilding trust if possible. In all situations, it's crucial to maintain self-respect, practice clear and compassionate communication, and establish healthy boundaries. As we conclude our deep dive into the nuances of trust and respect in relationships, uncovering the 9 red flags and equipping ourselves with strategies to navigate them, we're reminded of the ongoing journey of personal growth and understanding. If you found value in our journey today and wish to continue growing with us, I invite you to subscribe. By subscribing, you become part of a community committed to fostering respect, understanding, and trust in relationships. Thank you for your time, your openness, and your willingness to engage in this important conversation.